I mean, we're getting close to the season, so why would Georgia not lose a really important player to injury?
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Locked On Bulldogs, part of Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. He is Daniel, I am Clint. Together, we are Locked On Bulldogs. You got three things to talk about today. One, we lose what some might have called the best transfer edition of the offseason. That's certainly...
I wouldn't have said that, but he is important. We'll get to it.
I said some. I didn't say this podcast. By the way, today's episode brought to you by FanDuel, FanDuel.com. More on them in a moment. Secondly, Daniel, we're talking. Look, the season's approaching.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be very cautious. There's some bad news, but there's some good news.
Oh,
people telling me Kirby Smart can't recruit. I tell you, shove it. Third segment, we talk about why, in addition to the 27 recruiting cycle, is so important and what it does overall for that, along with some incredible banter. Daniel, the season is nigh.
Oh, it's upon us.
I was going to say, can I use the term upon us yet? Is that a fair term?
It's right there upon us, Clint. End of August, week 0. There'll be some games. Obviously, Georgia plays September 5th. It's a late start, late Labor Day this year, so we've got a little bit extra to wait. But, I mean, we're right here at the end of July, and we're a month away from football. Fall camp is right around the corner. You know, SEC Media Days is happening this week, and we'll have plenty from there, plenty from Tampa, plenty from SEC Media Days. Everything Kirby said, everything Gunner said, everything Drew Bobo said, everything Raylan Wilson said, all of that.
And but how Arch Manning's guaranteed to win the Heisman.
See, the thing is,
go ahead.
I can't with the media. I can't.
National media. I trust ESPN for my knowledge of college football.
Literally no one is saying that. That's the thing, is that you make the voice. There's no person that's saying it. They do it, but they don't say that they do it.
They do it.
Listen, Clint and I love Georgia football as much as you do. We are excited to have you here. Thanks so much first of all, thanks so much for making this podcast a part of your everyday routine. If you enjoy the podcast, Clint and I send out a weekly newsletter every week. We'd love to get you on that. We'd love to get you connected to all the things that we're doing. As the season approaches, we might be sending out a little freebie to everyone who's subscribed to that weekly newsletter. I don't know, just a little something, Clint. It's lockedonbulldogs@gmail.com. If you just email us, we'll get you signed up for the newsletter. We'd love to do that if that's something that you're interested in. But happy to have you here. And we mentioned it in the cold. We're going to get to a Georgia commit in segments 2 and 3, but Georgia loses a player to injury, season-ending injury. He's the running back transfer, most recently from Kentucky, originally from Oregon, Dowdell, and he's out for the year, Clint. An ATV accident, which...
Not confirmed yet, by the way, but...
Sorry, I'm just speaking as a person who knows what's happening. Like a person who can distinguish between a hole in the ground and some other thing. Like that's, Good I'm talking as that person. Rico Dowdell, he's down. He's injured. This is a big blow for Georgia. Now, I know some people are going to say, really? A transfer running back? Look who Georgia has. They have Nate Frazier. They have Chauncey Bowens. They have Bo Walker. Georgia didn't even really need this guy. This is just a clickbait. Oh, it's a really significant player. Clint, go back and listen to earlier episodes of this podcast where I say I believe that Dowdell is going to be a significant contributing piece to this football team this year and was a very important pickup in the transfer portal. I think this is not catastrophic injury news, but I think this is incredibly significant injury news. Do you disagree with me?
I don't disagree with you at all. This is bad, Daniel. This is very, 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 very bad. Dowdell was going to be somebody that was going to go ahead and produce meaningful snaps. We talked about the explosiveness in the run game. We talked about the explosiveness. Third down backs, Cass Jones being gone, is out or gone for the team from the roster. Those are going to have to be big additions. Dowdell was going to be relied upon. So yes, do we have Chauncey Bohms? Do we have Phillips? Do we have Bill Walker? Do we have all? Yes. He's talented is great. Coming out of high school, this kid was highly regarded. Coming on over in the transfer portal, he was very good and very explosive. Average, long runs, fit what Georgia wanted to do. And a different back than Nate Frazier and Chauncey Bones. Dwight Phillips, Bill Walker, they are different than Dowdell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Yeah. Dowdell was a one of one in the backfield, just like Nate Frazier is one of one and Chauncey Bones is one of one. However, the Venn diagrams are a little closer, not complete, but a little closer than what Dowdell brought to this. So absolutely, anybody saying this isn't a big deal, Daniel, I don't know what to tell you. It's a big deal.
If you think that this is not a big deal, let me ask you a simple question. And I think I know the answer if you're going to tell me this is not a big deal. Are you sure Chauncey Bowens is as good as you think he is? Now, I'm not trying to tell you he's not. But are you sure Chauncey Bowens is that guy? I said on the podcast earlier in the offseason, I thought there was a chance that Dowdell might finish the season as the second most important running back on the roster.
There it is.
Not that I predicted that would happen, but I thought there was a reasonable chance that it could happen. We saw large stretches of Chauncey Bowens really struggling to find a hole, struggling to show a burst. Did he have some injury concerns? Maybe, but we saw large stretches where he was in the game and he really struggled to produce for Georgia. Now, going into a sophomore year, yes, we expect a bump out of Chauncey Bowens. We expect Chauncey Bowens to continue to progress and be a really productive back for the University of Georgia. But are you sure that Chauncey Bowens is going to hit for Georgia?
Like, are you willing to say and willing to back it up? We have an incredible offensive line. Many people are saying one or two in the nation offensive line because
I'm not saying or two. I'll tell you that. I'm not many people. I'm not saying or two, Clint. They gonna be just fine. Remember when the same national media earlier in the offseason said offensive line's a big source of weakness for Georgia because they lost multiple starters off the offensive line? Multiple starters gone from the offensive line. They lost Micah Morris. They lost Monroe Freeling, Clint. How will they recover? The Georgia offensive line is rebuilding. I read that earlier this offseason. Georgia offensive line ain't rebuilt.
No.
It's just fine.
We're fine.
Just fine.
Yes, 100%. Daniel, nonetheless, big blow. If the rumors are true, again, the offensive line is going to be fine. Dwight Phillips will have the speed that he brings to the game. But what Georgia wanted to do this year, and we don't know because the games haven't been played clearly and obvious, but our speculation is this offense was going to be a power run game with explosiveness and play actions, less pass attempts than we have the last 3 years. Carson Beck tripled the pass attempts, it feels like, than we've ever had before because
quarter of them went to the other team. So that also adds to the attempts.
All the checks.
Yeah.
We were anticipating a very heavy running offense.
Yeah.
With explosiveness in the pass game. I think Talon Taylor, CJ Wiley, Isaiah Kane, they're going to get their dues. They're going to get their reps. They're going to get their catches. Yes. However, we know injuries at running backs happen quite often. Look at Nate Frazier and Chauncey Bones from last year. Banged up. Early in the season, banged up. Needed to take some time. Came on late. You're telling me that you wouldn't want fresh, and how Kirby Smart rotates all these guys? Fresh thread on the tire, tread on the tire? Like, yes, of course. We're not saying the sky is falling. But
no. Georgia's still very talented.
Does this put us at a disadvantage? 100%.
It does.
No way around it, people. No way around it. We're going to come back into this. We're going to talk about recruiting and how Kirby Smart is doing everything that people say he can't do. And I'm going to give you an example, by the way. I'm going to show my age a little bit. I might try to talk Creed, but I'm going to use Rocky as an example of why some people are dumb and like being dumb. But first, these. And these are, in fact, FanDuel. Baseball fans, if you think you know who's hitting a homer today, FanDuel is giving you a free chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Hint, his name is Matt Olson. That's
or Drake Baldwin.
Or Drake Baldwin. I'm naming my next dog Drake because it's a great dog name and because Drake Baldwin might end up being one of the better catchers in Atlanta Braves history. I said what I said. Daily dingers is another fun way.
I don't care about Javi.
I care about Javi. Another fun way to say every day's game, whether you're following your favorite team or keeping an eye on the matchups across the league. Every game has someone capable of going deep. Now you get a chance to make that prediction before the first pitch. Daily Dingers is fun. Go ahead, put it on Drake Baldwin, put it on Matt Olson, put it on Ozzy Albies if he's batting from one side of the box, and you know what side of the box that is. Get ready to play your game today. Join all the action at FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel.com to play Daily Dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a home run. Play ball and swing for the fences at FanDuel, the official partner of MLB.
Clint, the Dowdell news is a big loss for Georgia. And, heading into fall practice, heading into fall camp, there's plenty of talent in the running back room. Now, listen, there are rooms on this roster that you lose an expected contributor, and you got big problems.
Big problem.
Okay. Georgia has an expected contributor at defensive back go down for the season. I can tell you right now, this is a very different podcast we're recording right now. It's a very different podcast.
We are going full blown. Me, oh my, I have no clue what we're doing.
It's a tough scene. Running back is not that, but as Clint mentioned, it is a position group we expect to be featured heavily in this offseason. But speaking of defensive back, Clint, Georgia making news in some positive light as Kirby Smart adds to the 2027 recruiting class, which stop me, Clint, here when I get to some breaking news. Okay. Is starting to take shape and may not be as catastrophically bad as as national media originally reported. Can that be right? Is that right?
It's pretty wild.
Do you get to keep recruiting until the end of the cycle? Is that how it goes?
They don't tell you, Daniel, when to stop recruiting.
Do they hand out mid-season recruiting awards that are worth anything? Is that what they do?
Some publications tell you who's winning so far, who's won the offseason. You and I wouldn't do that, but some people do that.
Yeah. Well, Dan Mullen says there's a season to recruit and a season to not recruit, but apparently Kirby Smart is not subscribing to. Wow. By the way, good luck to Florida in their fourth head coach.
Oh no!
Since Kirby Smart was hired in Athens, so I feel like the program is now headed in the right direction under this new leadership. He was successful in the Sun Belt, Clint, and so
it was so good.
What could go wrong there? Clint, Georgia brings in Adrian Cole, defensive back out of Atlanta. He went to Douglas County High.
He did.
Anybody good ever go there? We'll get to that in a second. He's a really talented defensive back, probably going to end up at safety at Georgia, 6'2", 190. He's got speed. He's got athleticism. He's got instincts when it comes to the football.
Lots.
And Clint, he will dislodge that football from your possession if he should come in contact with you. Watch some of the closing speed and the way that this young man will the form tackling, the wrap up, the absolute breakdown, and then destroy of a ball carrier that you see out of this kid. He's got great instincts. He flashes some really positive things. We'll get to some of the comps in a second, but this is a really exciting pickup. High 4-star commit, high 4-star kid, got a chance to come in and potentially contribute right away at safety beginning in 2027. Obviously, there's going to be some vacancies there that are going to need to be filled.
100%. Have a lot to go ahead and do. Kirby Smart dipped into the portal this last year. I think it's really interesting if you look at what he's doing in the defensive back room so far. Cole is the highest grade of this new cycle, without a doubt. Currently, also, if you look at the defensive back room, there is still a lot to be desired because we don't have a lot of the DBs in this recruiting cycle. It's Cole, and let me keep scrolling and waiting.
Keep on scrolling. One. Scroll down.
Oh, wait, he's it.
Yeah.
Oh. See, this is really interesting to me. We have a bunch of offensive tackles everywhere on the board. We have a number of wide receivers. We got Dean in the fold, which is quite remarkable to me that we got him. Rollins in the fold. Again, I talked about the tackles, and we did a whole episode on this. Running backs were there. Defensive line were there. We have Spell, Dollar at tight end. It's curious because we still have a ways to go. Again,
yes,
ways to go. But Kirby might be tipping his hat a little bit. We're going to get this in the third segment, okay? But I'm just teasing you now. This is where my Rocky or Creed analogy is going to come from. Kirby's tipping on his hand on where he is going to spend them dollars next year. And it's very curious to me because I think Adrian Cole being the one so far, there may be others, but being the one so far that Kirby has said, I want this one. It's because he can do it all.
Yes,
he can go ahead. He can come up in the alley and do great pursuit, great form tackling. He can cover in the backfield. There's no doubt about that. He has power. He has an ability to not only tackle with form, but stop any explosiveness from going forward from the offense. That's what I think is so cool. It's, again, the put hand on you, you go down is evident with him. Running backs, tight ends. But he has this uncanny, we call ball hawks. Ball hawks are guys who can pinpoint the ball, go up and get it. Okay, and it might fit with him. I have no problem calling him a ball hawk. But it's the instinctual ability to know where the ball is going to be and then go get it. There is something different. Ball hawk is this skill, this talent that you could turn around, pinpoint stuff. We saw this from, I'm so high on Ellis Robinson because later on in the season last year, Ellis Robinson had that ability to turn, transition, get head up and do that. Okay, that's there. But he also has this magnetism for the ball. That's totally different. It's something that as the game is being played, you just know where the ball may bounce.
Yes.
Troy Polamalu was such a world-class safety because he was a freak. Yes, he was fast. And yes. But he had this sixth sense where the ball was going to go and be. Adrian Cole has a skill similar to that in his bag, where so far in all the rest of it, ball is in there, routes are passing him, and he knows which route to jump. He knows where the ball is going to, if it's a tip ball, if it's up in the air, if it's deflected, he can go get it. Daniel, there's one DB so far, and it's this kid, and there's a reason that it's this one kid. It tells me a lot about what Kirby Smart has already, and it tells me a great deal about this kid. Kirby let other guys go. Yes, we lost recruiting battles. Again, come back for third segment. I'm going to tell you all about that. But he prioritized Cole. Everybody else said no, went elsewhere because he said, you're my guy. And it was evident throughout the process, and it's evident here.
Yeah, that's right. I got nothing to add to that. Troy Polamalu 2.0. That's Clint Chamblin's take on Adrian Cole. So we'll just check back in a couple of years and see if he's able to live up to those expectations. And we're going to come right back. We're going to give you a comp, not from Clint, not from myself, from his high school coach, a comp that is wild. Wild. And Clint's going to talk to you about Kirby Smart and what he is and is not doing on the recruiting trail. But first, these. So, yeah, Adrian Cole, he can do a little bit of everything. He's immensely talented. He is he's quite gifted. His high school coach said he's the best defensive back I have coached, again, over there at Douglas County in Atlanta. Best defensive back I have coached since Eric Berry.
Oh, geez.
Tennessee standout, who all SEC football fans will remember as being exceptionally gifted and talented. That's the kind of company that he is keeping at elite Georgia high school football programs. Again, there have been a lot of talented players to come through there, but this kid is special. He's got something about him. You want to talk about losing recruiting battles, Clint? I know you're going to get to Kirby Smart here in just a second. You want to talk about losing recruiting battles? Let's talk about winning recruiting battles against Ole Miss. I heard they have a defensive-minded head coach now, and so they're going to be attracting a lot more defensive-minded prospects with all of their NIL money. Is that correct?
Pete Golding is the second coming of the greatest
Nick
Dick
Saban.
Butkus, Nick Saban.
Kirby Smart.
You put the name in there.
Yeah.
Pete Golding is him.
How about Florida? We just you hate to see it, but Kirby Smart
really
just stuffing the he barely has gotten time to get a locker in Gainesville, but he's already being stuffed into it by Kirby Smart. And then LSU also very, very hard after this guy in the recruiting trail. Lane Kiffin unable to land him. Yes, Georgia's going to lose some recruiting battles.
Of course.
And I know you're going to talk about this. Georgia's going to lose some recruiting battles.
Yep.
It's important to pay attention to the fact that they are winning recruiting battles as well, and they are doing so without hemorrhaging and mortgaging the future of the organization.
That's wild.
On a flash in the pan, Texas Tech, Ole Miss style, let's buy a bunch of talent and see if we can win one, and then fail miserably to win one.
Oh, no, that's the thing.
And then be left with absolutely nothing. Clint, your thoughts on Kirby Smart, the recruiter? It feels like we have this conversation over and over again, but again, it's worth repeating as we have these recruiting conversations. Has the recruiting landscape changed? Yes, it has.
Immensely.
Has Kirby Smart, the recruiter, changed, Clint? No, he's still the GOAT. He's still the best out there doing it, albeit it looks a little bit different in today's landscape.
Okay, this is my Rocky analogy.
Yes, please talk to us about Michael B. Jordan. Is that what you're doing?
Michael B. Jordan, similar, very, very similar. Okay.
Sure.
Ivan Drago looks like this.
I must break you.
I must break you. Okay. Went to college, by the way, with his nephew, just so we're fully aware.
Dolph Lundgren's nephew? By the way, I did not Google that. That is a name that is in my head.
No, Ivan Drago. That's by
Dolph Lundgren is.
If you want more of this, lockedonbulldogs@gmail.com, you get all this and more with the free newsletter.
Yeah. Peep the newsletter. Just get in. It's if you want inside the mind of a killer. That's really where you're gonna want to go. Get signed up for the newsletter. We'll get you connected to all the stuff. LockedOnBulldogs@gmail.com.
people look at that and say, well,
we might do an Ivan Drago greatest roles draft, and it's not Rocky IV. It's not number one. Just so we're clear, it's not Rocky IV. It's number
one. People look at the Russian, the whole basis of that movie was look at the incredible numbers and metrics and ratings. He's breaking machines. He's pumped. He's doing everything great. He's clearly going to win.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Rocky out here just chopping wood,
punching sides of meat,
literally and figuratively. Okay, out in the wilderness in Siberia, and it ain't cilantro. I'm going to tell you that much right now.
No, it ain't.
No, it ain't.
It's not the back of the hand.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? It's a firm.
It's firm
strike.
It is.
LockedOnBulldogs@gmail.com. You're going to want to get on the newsletter. I'm just telling you right now.
People be saying, hey, Kirby is not. You said Florida. Kirby stuff in Florida locker. Florida's ranked higher than Georgia. How can you say that? Well, here's why. People who think Ivan Drago is the best, clearly going to win, clearly guaranteed, clearly don't know how recruiting has worked and will continue to work in this new NIL. It used to be, Kirby Smart has said so. Everybody said so. You used to be able to stack 5 stars 4 days. So Georgia and Alabama were the 2 schools that had the most talent, and you had those runs. Now what NIL is it's going to press you, coach, you player development team, you NIL collective, to develop guys all the way throughout their time at Georgia. It's going to take Rocky saying that he has all the tools required. He doesn't need, it's good to have all those numbers and all those metrics. It's like somebody saying, you know what, Greg Maddux, sure, 89 pitches to finish 9 innings. I mean, that's great. That's good. Of course it's great. Of course it's good. Is that today's MLB? No, it's not. Would Greg Maddux be a Hall of Famer today? Yes, he would. I'm not doubting any of that. But has the game changed where no one's pitching? There won't be a complete game no-hitter in the next 5 years by one pitcher. It just won't happen. Okay? Kirby Smart has adapted and changed. And if you are looking at numbers from 5 years ago, you're looking at the wrong thing. Because, yes, does Georgia have the 12th rated? Yes, they have 19 commits. LSU has 16. They're the next closest. And that's it. Miami has 20 in the top 15. That's it. Kirby Smart is going after guys and specifically targeting guys like Adrian Cole and then saying, I'll go get a couple of guys, the guys who I know, because I know who they are. And he has a 5-year plan with his roster.
Yeah.
I know who I have, and I know who's coming back next year. I know how I'm going to spend money to keep them there. Biggest point of Kirby Smart's NIL collective. And then go tap into the portal and place different guys in. Can he pull the thing and get Ellis Robinson to come back another year? Maybe. I don't know. Don't think so, but maybe he could. Could he get some other guys to say? Could DeMelo Jones contribute and become somebody different? Yes, of course. Kirby Smart is not playing the game of 5 years ago. He is the same guy. He's a monster recruiting, but he's changed his how. He's still the same guy. His identity is still the same. He's changed the how to be, he's winning the battles that matter to him. And he's letting everybody else chase their tail. You know what's great? If your enemy is making stupid decisions and defeating themselves, you know what you shouldn't do?
Stop them.
Stop them.
Probably just want to sit back and watch.
I'm going to enjoy watching the fire you're creating for yourself, and I'll be over here. Like,
that's correct.
And if you think he's getting stuffed along a Georgia fan, if you're saying the sky is falling, Kirby Smart, I saw somebody say, we're now the new Clemson. UGA fan said, we're the new Clemson. And I said,
if there's any fan base in America that can't be taken seriously, and I mean this with all due respect, it's Georgia. You can't take a Georgia fan seriously.
Like,
period.
People.
Georgia fans are the most hysterical bunch of freak outers that has ever existed in college football. And if you hear that and you don't like it, be part of the solution.
Be part of the solution. This is what we're trying to say.
I'm just asking you to not do it anymore. That's all I'm asking.
So, I'm looking this up right now because I said the Clemson thing, and I said people are like, we're the new Clemson, yada, yada, yada. We can't do it anymore. Dabo Swinney won in 18. The next year had a recruiting ranking of 12 in 2019. So people were saying, well, this is Kirby. Kirby Smart wins a couple championships, goes down recruiting. We're going to have years where we're going to look so pathetic and so bad. The next year in 2020, he had the third best. And again, this is why it's so important. DJ Uiagalelei was the number one quarterback.
Was he? Let me ask you this. Was he?
In reality? No.
No. Yeah.
Recruiting services? Brian Breesy, who we lost out to. Remember that Brian Breesy? We wanted him real bad. He chose Clemson. And he did what again at Clemson?
Listen, Georgia, Kirby Smart just doesn't rely on recruiting services to do the work for them.
He never
Schools
has, by the
like
way.
Texas Tech and Ole Miss, they're just logging on to On3 and writing checks to guys that show up at the top of lists.
That's all they're doing.
Georgia's not operating that way. Georgia had a 3-star offensive lineman start in the SEC last year and dominate.
Oh.
And Georgia's going to have a 3-star offensive lineman do it again this year.
The reason why Georgia is the best offensive line in college football is because Helton decided to go ahead and lock down right guard from day one.
Because they're starting a 3-star freshman and pairing him next to a former 3-star sophomore. Those are the 2 starting guards.
And if you don't think we have 4 stars on the roster at offensive line, go peep the depth chart.
We got plenty. We just don't care about people who aren't smart enough to work for college football programs. This has been your daily rant about why recruiting services are dumb.
If you go on X and say, well, if I was coaching Georgia, well, dumb idiot.
There you go.
You aren't, and no one ever asked you to. So your opinion means this.
It means a lot of that. He's Clint. I'm Daniel. Come back every day this week. We'll be here talking Locked On Bulldogs. Also, if you want to get on that newsletter, send us an email, lockedonbulldogs@gmail.com. We'd love to have you over there giving away something before the start of the season. To everyone, subscribe to the newsletter. So make sure you make your way over there, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.